More solving equations. Again, I'm going to do the odd, you're going to do the even. So when we check your homework tomorrow, all of them should be done if you want full credit, which means you really want to copy the 10 I'm going to do down, otherwise you're going to have 20 for homework, right? Because this whole thing should be done when you walk in tomorrow. Okay. So let's look right here at number 1. We've got 1 over 6k squared, 1 over 3k squared, and 1 over k. So what's the biggest one? 6k squared. So they all have to look like that one. So what do I times 3k squared by to get 6k squared? 2. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by 2. What am I going to multiply k by to get 6k squared? 6 what? K. So I'm left with 1 over 6k squared equals 2 over 6k squared minus 6k over 6k squared. Okay, are all the bottoms the same? Okay, so now I can ignore them and just make the tops equal to each other. 1 equals 2 minus 6k. Now it's the easy part, right? Once I got that done. Now I'm just going to subtract 2 from each side. And I get negative 1 equals negative 6k. Divide both sides by negative 6. A negative divided by a negative is a? K equals 1 over 6. K equals 1 over 6, yes. We feeling pretty good about that? Why don't you guys, I'm going to give you like 2 minutes. Why don't you try number 3 on your own? Something similar to this, yeah. I mean, like, we're going to get harder even in this worksheet. So why don't you guys work on number 3 right now? Make sure you got this part. Okay, I'm going to move mine off the screen because I'm going to solve mine too. You guys ready? Yeah? Did you get 5? B equals 5? Any questions about that, or can we move on? Let's move on. Okay. Anybody besides Jalen have an opinion? No, we're good. All right, what am I going to have to multiply the bottoms by for number 5? 5, right? Tops and bottoms by 5 for this first one. What about this one over here? 5x, right? Don't let it mess you up because it's a 1. Remember, it's the same as 1 over 1. So we end up with 5 over 5x equals 6 over 5x plus 5x over 5x. The 5x's can cancel, and I get 5 equals 6 plus 5x. Now I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. And I get negative 1 equals 5x. I divide both sides by 5. X is just going to equal negative 1/5, excuse me. A fraction's fine. It can still be the right answer. I know, you guys hate fractions. I get it. Okay. Number 7. Looks a little bit more complicated, right? Okay. We are going to have to figure, these two are the same though. We've got v squared minus 5v. So what are we going to multiply this by to get it? So I think the first thing we got to think about is if we were to simplify v squared minus 5v, what would we take out of it? What goes both into v squared and 5v? V, right? So I'm left with v minus 5. So that v minus 5 is what I'm going to have to multiply the tops and bottom of this by. V minus 5. Some of you can figure that out without doing this on the side. Some of you need it. So just think about what you need. So I'm left with v minus 5 over v squared minus 5v plus 3v plus 12 over v squared minus 5v equals 7v minus 56 over v squared minus 5v. I do this, guys. I do this step right here, not because I have to. You don't have to put this step right here down. I do it to make sure, yep, I definitely did the bottom right. They're all the same. Because then I can just cancel this out, and I'm left with v minus 5 plus 3v plus 12 equals 7v minus 56. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do what on this left-hand side? Combine like terms. I've got 4v plus 7 equals 7v minus 56. What do I do now? I need to get all of what on one side? I like to get the v's on one side. So I like to move whichever one is smaller because I don't like negatives if I can help it. So I'm going to subtract 4v. Is it okay if you subtract 7v? Yeah, it's still correct. So I get 7 equals 3v minus 56. What do I do now? How am I going to get the v's all by itself? Add what? Add 56. Good. You get 63 equals 3v. And then how do I get v by itself? And how many times does 3 go into 63? 21 times, yep. Because 6 goes into 3 twice, 3 goes into 3 once. Okay. You guys want to try 9 on your own? Why don't you do it anyways? Try 9 on your own. Try number 9 right now on your own. Okay, I'm taking this away so I can solve mine too. Try it. Hey, remember I am recording and it picks up everything. Hopefully it doesn't pick up something from that far away and I just won't repeat it. We'll tell you after we stop recording. How about that?
Oh, so it wasn't anything I said? Okay, good.
Okay, let's look at the answer to number 9 then, since we're there. Mr. B. Okay. Number 9, did you guys get -2 as your answer? I mean 2, not -2, +2. So, shh. I just want to make sure we got this. Shh, shh, shh. The only one, excuse me, gentlemen, ladies. We just have to multiply this middle term by n minus 8. And then we get 1 minus n plus 8 equals 7. We're going to combine like terms and we get -n plus 9 equals 7. Subtract 9 and then don't forget to divide by that negative. A lot of people like to drop that negative. Don't drop your negative. Okay, we're going to turn it over and look at the back. I won't make mine disappear. But we're going to start looking at 11. Okay. So, number 11 is almost just like number 9. I can see that only one of them is missing v minus 4. So I'm going to have v minus 4 on the bottom and v minus 4 on top. So I end up with v minus 4 equals v plus 2 plus 7v minus 42. Okay? Questions about that so far? Okay. Now I'm going to combine like terms on that right side. V and 7v makes 8v. 2 and -42 makes -40. I'm going to subtract 8v from both sides. And I get -7v minus 4 equals -40. Shh. I'm going to add 4 to both sides. And I get -7v equals 40 minus 4 is -36, right? Divide it by -7. So v equals 36 over 7. I don't believe that reduces. So we can just leave it right there. So I shouldn't hear music because you shouldn't have a phone. And unless you want to ruin it for the whole class, where I keep their phones for the rest of the hour, I would turn it off. Okay. Let's move on to 13. Okay? 13 is almost exactly the same thing. Okay? We see that one of them needs 3x. So we're going to multiply the top and bottom by 3x. Then we can just cancel out the bottom so don't have to worry about it. So we have 3x plus x squared minus 5x minus 24 equals x minus 6. What's my next step? Combine like terms. So I know the 3x and the 5x, -5x go together. So I get x squared minus 2x minus 24 equals x minus 6, correct? Now I'm going to subtract x from both sides. One more time. Who's ever playing their music? I can hear it up here. So it is definitely too loud, nor should it be playing because we're paying attention to the notes, which afterwards you can work on your own individual thing while listening to music. If you would like to lose that privilege, keep testing me. Or test my hearings, which is really good. Okay, so I end up with x squared minus 3x minus 24 equals -6. So I am going to add the 6 to the other side because now I'm going to get x squared minus 3x minus 18 equals 0. Now I can factor this. Okay? I can factor this. What two numbers multiply to give me -18 that add together to give me -3x? What two things multiply to give me 18? We've got 1 and 18. That's not going to work. 2 and 9. That's not going to work. 3 and 6. And this, which one has to be negative, the 3 or the 6? If the 6 has to be negative because I end up with a -3x. So I have x minus 6 and x plus 3. Okay, so here's my trick, guys. whatever's the opposite of this, that's my answer. So x is going to equal both 6 and -3. Both 6 and -3. All right, guys, why don't you try number 15 on your own? Try number 15 on your own. And I will try it as well. Everybody's got, I want to make sure you've got 13 down before I make it disappear. Try it on your own. I'm going to try mine now too. I'm moving 13. I'm doing 15 right now on the back. Yep. 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 Try number 15 though.
Okay.
Let's go, guys. We've got 3 more problems to do if we include this one. Mm-hmm. What? Yeah. Jalen, you're correct. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, our answer is n equals -17/3. So it was a little bit complicated. Okay, we had to multiply everything by n plus 1 or by n plus 8. Okay, then you're going to get n plus 1, n plus 1 times n plus 5 equals n plus 1 times n plus 8 plus 6n plus 56. Okay, then we're going to multiply it out and we get n squared plus 6n plus 5 equals n squared plus 9n plus 8. Plus 6n plus 56. So I combine like terms. n squared plus 6n plus 5 equals n squared plus 15n plus 64. Okay? I'm going to subtract n squared from both sides. I'm going to subtract 6n. And I'm going to subtract 5. You didn't have to do this quite this way.
Wait, was my answer right?
Yes, I already said that, but you weren't listening. So, I get 9n plus 59. Okay, I subtract 9n from both sides. I divided everything by negative 9, and I got negative 17 over 3. Okay? All right. You guys ready to try 17 together? We got 2 more to do. 17, I'm going to bring out, factor this out. I've got 1 over x times x minus 5. So I've got to times this one by x minus 5. X plus 7 times x minus 5 gives us x times x minus 5. And then negative 1, we're going to have to do, can you guys see this? I'm sorry, it's messed up a little bit. We're going to do x times x minus 5 over x times x minus 5. So we know now we can cancel out all the bottoms. We don't have to worry about that. And we end up with 1 equals x plus 7 times x minus 5 minus x times x minus 5. Okay, now we're going to multiply them all out. We get 1 equals x squared plus 2x minus 35 minus x squared plus 5x. The x's cancel each other, x squareds. So I'm left with 1 equals 7x minus 35. Add that 35 to both sides. Okay, I get 36 equals 7x, divide by 7. I get x equals 36 over 7, and I'm done. Okay, why don't you guys try this last one on your own, and then you can do the rest for homework. So as soon as you're done with this last one, you can pick up your phone. You can talk. Come check it in with me, though. I am stopping this eventually.